Hey guys, in this video I'm going to answer a very important question, and that is it always faster to be in the correct body position or to ride with correct body position? And ironically, simply asking this question means that you probably have a limited understanding to what body position is and what it does, because actually using the word body position is a limited way of talking about what I call body dynamics or body mechanics. Okay, I have a really good example of why it's a bad word to use actually, and that is, what if I ask you what is the correct suspension position of the suspension on the bike? Is it the suspension being fully extended, or is it compressed, or somewhere in between? So you already know the answer to the question. There's no correct answer of what the correct position for the suspension is, because it's supposed to be dynamic and constantly working. So when you're in the air, flying through the air, the suspension is supposed to be extended, and usually after you land, after a big jump, it's fully compressed or nearly fully compressed. And when you're under heavy acceleration, the rear suspension is compressed and the front is almost fully extended, and when you're braking hard, the front is compressed and the rear is extended. So it's constantly shifting. And you know what? It's exactly the same with correct body position. And one time I had this customer, like I was coaching this customer, and he had gone to a very big motocross school, and he had done his first lesson, and he was very proud to show his body position, and he had also his own brand new equipment, and he was driving around just like a frozen statue, like on the bike like this, always the same body position. And then he, like, after he had been riding, he asked me, so how was my body position? And I was just like, oh my God, I don't want to make him, disappointed with himself. So I just said, well, it was correct, body position, but there's more to learn. Okay, because it is not efficient to be standing up all the time in the same position, because you can physically accelerate harder if you're sitting down. If it's completely smooth, there's no need to stand up. And that's also why a dragster car or drag motorcycle is very long, and basically they're trying to have a better wheelbase to height of center of mass ratio. So that's a bit of physics there, but it is really simple physics that you can accelerate harder, also with less effort if you're sitting down. But for that to be the right thing to do, the track has to be quite smooth. Okay, and then when it gets more bumpy, then you can go faster with more control while standing up. And actually what's most important about body position, if you look at it from the big picture, in the big perspective of body dynamics, the most important things about what the body does is the dynamics that you cannot see. So it's like where there's looseness, like in the elbows and shoulders while riding. And sometimes there's tightness. If you need to accelerate or generate more traction on the rear, you pull. And also, like, there has to be a certain amount of tightness, like sometimes squeezing with the legs is important, and also having tightness in the core for stability. So those things that you cannot see, like from the outside, like where there's mobility and looseness and free movement, and where there's tightness, and the variations of these looseness and tightness, it also varies in different situations. That's what's important about body position. So to answer the question, is it always fastest to ride with correct body position, or like just a standard attack position like this, is definitely no. It's not always fastest. It's like in combat sports, like there's a standard position probably that you stand in, which is like a good place to start. But as soon as the fight starts, you're changing position all the time, and it's just like a baseline setting, so to speak. The same thing goes for the riding position. That's why in my program that I'm really excited to be publishing this year, I have 4 different levels of understanding the attack position. So level number 1 is the static attack position. I already published this video. I'll put a link in the description. This is my most popular, most viewed video on riding technique so far. So that's level 1, is simply understanding what the basic standard attack position looks like. Then level number 2 is what are all the different variations of the body position, like sitting down, standing up, being towards the front, being towards the back, both sitting and standing, and putting your leg out, keeping your legs on the bike. All the different variations. Why do we have these variations and when do we use them? Okay. Then level 3 is understanding the dynamics that you cannot see on pictures or video. So that is like where you're supposed to be loose, in what joints and when, and also where you're supposed to have tightness in the body. And then the last level, level number 4, is all the variations of the looseness and tightness. Like, when does that change? In what situations are you supposed to, for example, not grip the bike tight? And in what situations are you supposed to not be loose in the arms and actually, for example, pull the handlebars instead of having gentle pressure down on the grips? So those variations, that's level 4. So if you think this stuff is interesting, make sure you're subscribed. Stay tuned for my announcements of the next big video production of these riding levels, level 2, 3, and 4. And if you want to see me race the CR 252 stroke, make sure you check out my playlist for racing. So that was enough about riding position. Thank you so much for watching, and see you on the next one. If you want to learn more tools and techniques and habits that can improve your life quality and performance and well-being overall, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you like tropical island holidays, visit fitcamp5.com for my 2-time TripAdvisor award-winning training camp, where we train fitness and action sports together while learning to live a healthy lifestyle and, maybe most importantly, have fun at the same time. And if you're really serious about improving yourself, you should definitely check out my full online courses, where I share step-by-step programs on how I developed my own routines over the last 12 years as a CEO, working in 4 different countries, while being a successful competitive athlete with more than 20 years of experience in fitness and nutrition. Check the link in the description for that. And in any case, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, be awesome, believe in yourself, and see you on the next one. Okay. How long was that?